Yo, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk about non-verbal communication. That's body language. We talk about attraction, repulsion, human dynamics, and everything in between. We talk game on this channel, so two links in the description of this video. One of them will take you to my essential catalog of body language. It's a YouTube playlist. All right, so just click through to that. You'll have access to all of my videos covering the A to Z of how to read somebody through their subconscious mannerisms and behaviors. Now, second link to that, links to the Patreon. That Patreon is going to be you joining me in observing real life first dates, okay? It's a beautiful thing. That's the real game. The real game is in there. You won't learn that anywhere else. You learn attraction cues, repulsion cues from real people in real time, all right? Now, let's move on. Separate to the attraction, although we can apply it in such a manner, we're going to talk about success, we're going to talk about momentum, we're going to talk about drive, we're going to talk about focus. Okay? I've covered this on and off, but this is a reoccurring theme I see through my engagement and my communications with people, especially as I go back and forth from people of my past to people of today, whom I may associate with from time to time, although to some degree there is a disconnect. Those whom have nothing or come from nothing yet still have the desire and the necessity to get more out of necessity, let me highlight, okay, through security, survival, through children to feed and so on and so forth, will emphasize and apply themselves in such a more concentrated and focused manner. Now, don't get me wrong, these people might not have the education, or the perspective, the spectrum of vision those whom have grown up around it and the people who can aid them has done, but that in itself is a superpower. And what I'm trying to say and get along is, if you are feeling like you're stuck in place, if you are feeling like things have got a little too stagnant for you, if you want to do better in what you're doing, make things a little bit harder for yourself. And I'm not saying put on this false, um, you know, this challenge, this goal, this deadline. I mean, there is benefits to a deadline, but I'm saying go take your money that's making you comfortable. Go enjoy yourself. Spend it on something nice. Go buy a nice jacket. Go buy yourself 1,500 pairs of shoes. No matter what your situation is, you can highlight and develop and add benefit to your life in the process of doing something. You know what I mean? Go buy a property, but have it reduce you back to square one as far as your security is concerned, as far as your survivability is concerned. And your brain is going to go into overdrive. Your brain is going to be forced to start solving problems out of the necessity that if it does not do so, you're going to fall on incredible hard times. When we are secure, when we are comfortable, and I spoke about this, or at least I hope I spoke about this in my rich versus poor separation of game as far as when it comes to women. The people who have been brought up with things, the people who have got things, the people who have got something to fall on, the people who've got a shoulder to cry on, right? There is no necessity, there is no need, there is no drive, there is no ambition. It's completely paradoxical because they already have what they have. So their momentum, yes, they may have it due to the generations that precede them, but they don't have that emphasis out of the starting gate that you have. So if you have gotten to a point where you've made yourself to some degree comfortable, you can do your best to put that all to one side and throw it away in a genuine manner. I'm not saying take your money and put it in a savings account. That's still there. You're still comfortable. I'm saying take that money and just put it somewhere where it's not coming back. Or at least not coming back for a long time. And you don't have to waste it. That money could be invested, yes, but ensure it's invested in spaces that now applies a pressure onto your life, as to where your conscious mind and your subconscious is forcing ideas to the forefront to ensure that you can move on and progress and adapt to this new environment you're within. I've been here 20,000 times before. This is the death ground strategy. Once the boats behind us have been burnt, we've got nowhere to turn. We've got to go to war. And if we go to war, the only result is victory or death. So when we are walking this tightrope between victory and death, we're going to ensure we put 100% into our survivability. I was speaking to someone today as far as running long distance is concerned, and they're getting into running, and they thought they sounded a little bit funny and saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm running to save my mother and this and that," because that's the picture he painted in his head. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever reason you have to trick yourself into getting that distance done, even though when your body and your mind is telling you no, that's what you need to do. You've done a great thing. That's a fantastic means about it. Because have you seen what he's done? He could step off of the treadmill. He could turn the treadmill volume down. He could make things easy. He could resort back to the comfort of life. He does not have to put himself in that position. His brain is telling him, we don't need this. We can just hop off. But he's forcing his brain into the position of believing this forced idea that he's running to save the person he loves the most. There's this necessity, this drive. And then somebody who is a literal runner retorted that and said, yes, you know what? People can run a marathon, yeah? Or jog a marathon or get a marathon done with no training, given it was a life or death situation. If you get shot dead and you have to run as far as you can do, that difference between that gun being there and not is tenfold, 100-fold, 100,000-fold. So I'm asking you, can you make your life harder? Can you put yourself through the stress? And, oh, I don't want to be stressed. If you love life, you should love stress because it slows time down. You get more life. And your brain is forced to create mathematical equations as to where it never has done before, to find answers where there was once none, because you didn't have the need to perceive life in this manner. It's your animal instinct. You are engaging it to survive. Without you, the system crumbles, all right? You need to go forth and ensure your survivability, to ensure you can pay your rent, you can pay your mortgage, you can do what you do. You can put art into the world, you can do your job, you can, keep the system moving to whichever degree. You're a very vital piece of this machine, and you need to find a way to keep that cog lubricated, all right? Because when it dries out and goes stale, yeah, it's going to continue moving, but it's not going to be efficient. And you can strive to be the best you can be, given you're willing to put yourself in this face of adversity. The diamond, look at how expensive a diamond is. The diamond has been put through more pressure than any other material. And that diamond is the strongest material known to mankind. You are going to be that person, given you apply yourself through the pressures of the diamond. It's very nice to become complacent when we get something, and we can give ourselves a pat on the back. Oh, yes, I'm comfortable now. Right? Now you're never going to be the person you initially set out to be when you first started that journey. You've got halfway, found comfort, and given up on greatness. Because now life is okay. That's my message for today. I think it's important. I apply this to my life. I need to apply it more so. And on that note, I'm signing out. Peace.